Good evening, welcome to day 4 of the half-term daily chat. I've got a couple of Yarny related stuff to show you, or things to show you, and I have a couple of book related things to talk to you about. But first off, I'll just say apologies for noises in the background, but the household is still awake and the tumble dryer is on because I have to get that done, and there's a lot going on. But
we've only just got the kids settled.
Yeah, we've only just got the kids settled, so please bear with me. It is what it is. So first off, I'll just say I have finished the leg of my daughter's socks today. These are just vanilla socks on DPNs, the patterns by Crazy Sock Lady. So that's how much progress I made, and I shall hopefully do the heel tomorrow. So that's just that little bit, and then I have here, I've dropped the crochet hook. I've made some progress on my mum's cardigan. This is the Maya cardigan, but I forgot the pattern designer. I am so sorry. I will find that and I'll mention that tomorrow. I looked at it today, I remembered it, and then I forgot it. So, but this is, hang on, I'm having some issues. Story of my life. This is what it looks like at the minute. So we're doing the yoke part and whatnot, and I'm loving the little like details for the raglan. That looks like the raglan bit, and yes, I love it. And that's the back, and it's looking a much better size for her now. So I've only got a couple of more of the repeats to do, and then I can split the sleeves and work on the body. So this is working up quite quickly. I'm quite happy with this, and yeah, I will hopefully be ready to split sleeves tomorrow, and hopefully maybe I've made some progress on the body. I did 10 rows of my pattern test today because I'm getting a bit concerned that if I don't keep up with it, I might fall behind. So I've got a little bit of time. I think it is either the beginning or the end of March. I think it's the end of March it's due, but a lot of the other testers are actually finished already. So I'm like, oh, I better speed up. So that's what I'm doing at the minute as well. So that's why I've done less of my personal stuff, because I really want to get that pattern test done. But I can't just work on it all day because it gives me, now that it's quite heavy, it gives me a bit of shoulder pain. So I have to sort of intersperse it with other stuff anyway. So that's that for the Yarny stuff. And then I did mention yesterday that I'd finished a book. So I'm just going to very, very briefly talk about this book. So this is Brigands and Bread Knives by Travis Baldree. Just show it there. And I love this book. So there's 2 other books by Travis Baldree. We've got Legends and Lattes and Bookshops and Bone Dust. And I loved them. I thought they were fantastic. But I like this one more. And they're all well worth a read. It's very, very good. You're sort of introduced to the original character in Legends and Latte, which is Viv's story. And then in Bookshops and Bone Dust, you've got Viv, and then you meet Fern. Well, this one is Fern's story, this one, and Fern is one of my favourite characters ever since Bookshops and Bone Dust. I loved Fern in that, and just have like the entire book for her. There's a couple of other characters that go through it. You've got Zeal and the Oath Maiden, Asterix, and I just loved it. I loved it. I highly recommend it. I think it's fantastic. It's light. It's a little bit cozy, or less cozy than the last 2, but it's light. It's exciting. It's funny. It is incredibly funny. And that is what I loved about it more than anything else. It's funny and light-hearted in its humour, and the way the characters interact with you. I just love it. I loved it, and I can't recommend it more, really. I think it's amazing. Absolutely love it, and I am going to reread all 3 of them one after the other. at some point this year. I'm really tempted to just do it now, but I want to read my 70 books this year minimum, and so the rereads are going to have to wait a little bit. So I went to the library yesterday and got 5 books this time. Usually I get 10, but then I run out of time and have to take them back before I finish reading them, because I sometimes forget that I can't read as much as I used to be able to read. So I get books out like I used to, but I can't finish them all. So I only got 5 this time. So this is the one that I've now started. This is my current read, and it's called The Once and Future Witches by Alix E. Harrow. And I read the blurb and just I love witchy books anyway. So I read the blurb and just thought, I think this might be my type of book. I'm only a couple of pages in. I've only just started it, and I haven't gotten any reading in today at all. It's been too busy, so I'm very tired, but I think I will read for half an hour before I go to sleep, and I'll let you know as I'm reading it. Then we've got Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff, and I read the blurb and it sort of gave me 40 Days of Night vibes, except for it's not modern, and I don't really know how to talk about books on here. I talk about them with James and we have really good conversations that I'm so scared of giving spoilers that I just don't want to say anything, you know what I mean? But this is the next one that I'm going to read out of my library books. Then I have The Shining by Stephen King. Obviously Stephen King's a very well known author, and I watched the film last year and I really enjoyed the film, so I really wanted to read the book, and the library had the book in this time. I've been looking for it for a while and I think it's just not been there, or I've not been able to find it, but I am reading this one as well. And then I've got 2 non-fiction. So the first one is In Search of the Dark Ages, A History of Anglo-Saxon England by Michael Wood. I love history books, so I do try and read at least one history book a month. Because it's non-fiction, it takes a little bit longer for me to get into, or to finish the books, because there's a lot more information thrown your way, isn't there? And then this one is a revisitation, because the last time I got it out I didn't get to finish it because someone else had reserved it, so I couldn't renew it and I ran out of time. So this is called Warrior, A Life of War in Anglo-Saxon Britain by Eduardo Albert and Paul Gethling, and it is very good. I've enjoyed it so far. I think I got about halfway through it, but I will restart it from the beginning and just refresh it and read that as well. So I like the front cover. Those are the current library books, and I think I am going to tandem these 2 because I'm a little bit worried about this getting reserved and me having to return it before I finish it, so that's definitely at the forefront of the pile as well. And then I've got a massive TBR at home, so I need to stop getting so many library books out because I need to read some of my TBR, but I also have a big pile of books upstairs that friends and relatives have lent me to read, and I need to get through them so that I can return them to said friends and relatives, because I've had them for a little while now and I keep getting distracted by new books and other books, and I really need to actually knuckle down and read those books. So that is the plan in the next sort of month or so, is to whittle down some of my TBR as well. So hopefully I can get that done. I also have an audiobook on the go and a Kindle book on the go. So I am going to get through as many as I can. I have read 10 books so far this year. I've slowed down a little bit because I read 8 in January, so far I've read 2 books this month because it's been a very busy month. We've had lots of medical appointments and business appointments and things like that going on, so I've not had as much time to read, and I'm going to try and rectify that for the rest of this month and next month, because I do love reading. I love reading. I used to read 100 books a year, or over 100 books a year, and I miss that. But obviously life's, and sometimes you can't. And I do have many hobbies as well. I've got a pile of video games waiting for me to play as well, because I do like gaming. And I've got other things, like there's some cross stitch, some embroidery, I've got some fabric upstairs that I want to make into things, and it's just having the time to do it all. I don't really have the time to do it all. I have to pick and choose, and crochet and reading come to the forefront, but I really would like to focus more on books this year as well, as more books keep coming out. I keep seeing them and I'm like, oh, I want them. And James got me he's pre-ordered a book that I've been waiting for Valentine's Day, which will come out later this year, and I want to clear some of my backlog, and I really would like to reread the previous ones, not because I've forgotten things, but because I do love that book series. It's so it'll be the Nightfall Saga, so by Peter V. Brett. I read the Demon Cycle books, and I was obsessed with them for ages, absolutely loved them, couldn't put them down. The Painted Man I read in one sitting. I devoured that one, and yeah, I love those books, so I really would like a reread of the Demon Cycle, or maybe a re-listen, because I do have them on audiobook as well, and I do love the audiobook narrations of them. I think they're very, very well done. So I'm either going to re-listen or reread Demon Cycle, and then the other two books from the Nightfall Saga, because the new one, The Demon King, is coming out soon, and James has pre-ordered it for me in hardback, no less. I am being very spoiled this year, and I would like to have that all refreshed, ready for when that comes out. I like to do that if I'm reading a series. When the new book comes out, I do like to do a reread of the previous books. I just enjoy doing that. So I would like to fit that in somewhere as well. I don't know where all the time's going to come from, but we'll see. We'll endeavour to do that. Anyway, thank you for bearing with me. I am going to go now and put all my stuff away and take my book up to bed with my chamomile tea and read until I fall asleep. So I will see you tomorrow. Bye!